yung mga women leaders, women humanitarian leaders, parang overrepresented sila sa entry level up to mid-level positions. Pero the moment that, yung sa upper leadership positions na, nawawalan sila ng representation. And this is a global trend, no? It's important in the Philippine context kasi nakita na yung mga babae actually, ang first is pinakamaraming first responder siya, being parang carers for the community, no? Sila yung first responders in the times of disaster. Pero in spite of that, hindi pa rin leadership positions yung hino-hold nila. And most of the time nga, ang nangyayari is hindi sila bayad for the work that they do during crises, no? So in this way, parang nakita nila parang paano ba malalagay, ma-improve ang representation ng mga babae in leadership positions, not only here in the Philippines, but other parts of Asia rin nakasama dito sa Oxfam study na to.
I have witnessed so many sad effects in the disaster-stricken community that to these days, I cannot forget. That is why I am an advocate of strengthening the community to be prepared.
Si Lola mo dyan nabilib sa ako ever since akong childhood. Kami dyan ni Lola ang kauban. She became my driving force to whoever or whatever I am today. Siya akong inspiration na will never give up on me.
Definitions, concepts need to come from participants themselves. Hindi ikaw yung nag-i-impose na, etong label na to, humanitarian work, hindi yan, development work. So yun yung parang basic premise niya na yung design is to surface yung localized, decolonial knowledge about humanitarian leadership, no? First, kasi nga sinabi na parang may lack of representation. So, first to identify yung barriers kung bakit hindi sila well represented, no, in humanitarian leadership sectors. Another aim is also to deepen networks amongst women's organizations and women leaders as well, para through strengthening, baka they can support each other and thereby nga ma-improve yung representation nila in humanitarian leadership. And as I mentioned kanina, parang develop an evidence-based practice na pwedeng gamitin ng mga policymakers, no, kapag gusto nilang i-improve yung representation ng mga babae as leaders. Of course, being sa bayi tayo, i-ensure din na in the whole design, intersectional feminist yung framework na ginagamit. So, in terms of methodology, arts-based approach rin yung ginamit dito kasi it's so compatible with the decolonial approach as well. And the act kasi minsan of articulation, parang ang nangyayari is you rely on knowledge and mostly Western paradigms that you've read, no? Sa arts-based kasi, parang yung experiential body experience and depending on the method that you're using, no? Parang mas natatap niya yung pwedeng unarticulated knowledge pa ng, in terms of humanitarian leadership ng mga participants.
Last 2017, I create WLHL. Nang dahil sa COVID-19, marami ang naapektuhan, marami ang nawalan ng trabaho, kabuhayan, at higit sa lahat, marami ang gutom. Gumawa ko ng isang hakbang para makatulong sa aking kababayan. 2 beses akong nakapabigay ng relief ko sa 100 families sa aming barangay.
Pagsugod na ko sa 2013, December, no? Maugid na yung pagsugod pag-struck sa Yolanda until sa January. So, ang kaldero, kuan ako na kaayo, memorable na ko. Arang daghanan natong evacuees kay ang atong evacuees sa usa ka sitio diri sa Purok Size, Matinaw, nanganhi na sila tanan diri sa atong evacuation center. Dili na ko gyud kalimtan kining kaldero, dakong kaldero tungod kay personally, dito gid nako po na expert na nako ang pagluto aning lugaw.
Now, let's talk about my journey as a humanitarian worker. We also focus on responding during disaster or calamities. Latest response we did was during the fire incident in Barangay Limaha. We provided materials like haligi to some of our members who were affected by the said incident. An object that brings memories of my early days as a humanitarian worker, maybe it would be a megaphone. Because I remember one time we conducted a program in one community during the Children's Month and there's a sudden power outage, and since it's a big crowd, we really must use something that could help to hear our voices. So after that, nagadala na gid mi og megaphone in case na po mag-brand out na.
Parang may three main learnings dito, no? So first, yung centering community narratives in humanitarian work. Basically, parang ang sinasabi ng mga participants dito, they shouldn't be seen as victims, especially by funders na, alam mo yon, yung mga countries giving humanitarian aid. Instead, they should be seen as partners. Because of this, nagkakaroon rin ng shift in the role of humanitarian leaders. Instead of the ones making decisions, parang nagiging facilitator sila from yung funding to, between funding and the communities, no? So, meron rin building partnerships among different local humanitarian actors. Eto, naisip nila to nung they came together nga para dun sa mga workshops na kinonduct, no? Kasi in those workshops, naghalo-halo sila. Mayors were in conversation, for example, with firefighters and police personnel na mga babae. And in so doing, nakita nila yung their little roles to play, or the significant roles actually, that they play during times of disasters, no? Ang na-highlight actually dito, what would be more impactful, would be understanding yung power dynamics within the community, yung resource generation and management. And this, they think, could be done kapag mas maganda na pa-facilitating conversation among different actors in the community. And the last thing, no, of course, kasi women sila, we all know na, at lumabas rin naman, na parang undervalued nga yung work na ginagawa ng mga babae. Because undervalued, hindi sila tinitignan, di ba, because of gender roles and expectations, hindi sila tinitignan for leadership roles. Even if considered na important yung particular ability ng mga babae daw na mga musta at mag-alaga ng community. So community care work, nakikita na very essential ito during pre, during and post disaster. Pero hindi siya binibigyan ng value kasi ginagawa siya ng babae. Pero it's something that significantly nakikita na mas babae nga yung kayang gumawa. And yung talagang lumabas is to value women's paid work dito, no? And kasi the moment raw na na-value yung work na yon, then they can start occupying leadership positions na not necessarily will take away from yung care work na ginagawa, additional care work na kailangan pa rin nilang gawin sa bahay.
You know, I was 17 years old when I realized that there's that passion inside you that really needs to be lit, to contribute to the community, in some parts of doing that, or to what advocacy you would like to continue in your life. I am 28 now. 2 years or 3 years from now, hindi na ako youth, but I hope that I have this kind of energy in, volunteering. I have this kind of energy to, padayon, no? Padayon. So, we are nation builders, kabataan tayo, mga babae tayo. I think it's one of the factors. Let's build this nation together.